Miss Tulip, and for this activity we're going to be making peppermint Play-Doh. So in your bag you're going to find some cornstarch, some conditioner, some peppermint essential oil, and some glitter. And you'll also want a bowl or some sort of container to mix in, and I went ahead and grabbed a spoon as well to start my mixing. So in your bag, all the materials we gave you, there are a little bit extra of, because as you're mixing together your dough, if it's a little bit too dry, you might need to add some more conditioner, or if it's not sticking together enough, you might need to add some cornstarch. So we're going to start by pouring cornstarch into our container, and I'm going to pour most of it in, but leave a little bit in case I need to add some more later. All right, so I'm gonna have a little bit off to the side here. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in the conditioner. And same thing with the conditioner, there's a little bit extra. So I'm gonna use my spoon and go ahead and scrape most of it out into my bucket here. All right, and then to start the mixing, I'm gonna start by mixing it with my spoon so that my hands don't get messy right away. But then as it's starting to stick together, you'll wanna use your hands and knead it. As I'm mixing it together, it's still looking pretty dry and not really sticking together. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more conditioner and then keep stirring it. And once I think it looks like it's sticking together pretty well, I'm gonna knead it with my hands. So my dough is starting to look pretty good in the bowl, so I went ahead and took it out to put it on the table to finish kneading it together. And it does get pretty messy, so make sure you're doing this somewhere where you won't get everything messy and it'll be easy for you to clean up. And if you want to put it out on the table like I am, make sure you ask for permission, since it does get a little bit sticky on the table. So I've got my dough pretty well kneaded together, and the next thing I'm going to do is flatten it out a little bit, and I'm going to add my peppermint essential oil. And this is pretty strong, so I would start by just adding a little bit and then kneading it into your dough. So I pour a little bit in the middle there, and then I'm gonna fold it and start putting it together. And I'm gonna knead it all together, and then once I get it all mixed up, I'm gonna see if it seems like it's enough or if I need to add a little bit more if you can't really smell it. I'm gonna go ahead and add some more into it and mix it up. Putting the oil in does add some more moisture to the dough, so you might need to add a little bit more cornstarch, or at least put some on your hands as you're mixing it in so it doesn't get super sticky. I think my dough has a nice pepperminty scent now. I had to add some more cornstarch because it was getting kind of loose and wasn't really sticking together. So make sure that you do that if it's starting to lose its form. And the last thing I'm going to do is add my glitter. So it's gonna look kind of like some snow with some sparkles in there. So I'm gonna lay it flat again so that I can get the glitter nice and mixed in. And you can add a little bit of glitter or a lot of glitter. I'm gonna start with a little bit as I work it in to kind of see how it looks, and then I'll add more if I think it needs some. All right, so I think my dough is pretty good to go. I have quite a few sparkles in there, so it looks kind of like some glistening snow, and it has a nice pepperminty smell to it. So now, once your dough is done, you can squish it, you can tear it apart, you can try and build something with it. It does kind of melt a little bit, so it doesn't hold structure super well. Make sure you keep your dough in a Ziploc bag or some sort of airtight container so that it doesn't dry out, and then you'll be able to play with it for more than just when you make it. I'm gonna go ahead and see what kind of creations I can make out of my dough. I hope you guys had fun, and until then, I'll see you next time.